My name is Hannah Lancaster. I'm with Wide Awake Wellness. It's an online website that offers some insight on yoga and meditation, some clean beauty education and insight, and also now some yoga meditation videos. So this first practice is sort of introduction into what I typically will be sharing in regards to beginner style yoga. So something that anyone can really practice from home that doesn't really involve using too many props or too many things they might not have access to, and sort of working around any sort of abilities within flexibility. So anything that you feel like areas that you might be inflexible, we're going to kind of work around that. So learning how to sort of meet yourself where you're at. So let's get started in child's pose. So to start, you can take your knees maybe about rib width distance, untucking your toes. You're going to press your hips back towards your heels, walk your hands forward, let the elbows relax, and then bring your forehead down towards the ground. Or if you have a book or a pillow close by that makes it a little bit more comfortable, you can do that. And let's take a few deep rounds of breath. Let's take a few deeper breaths in through the nose, inside, out of the mouth. 2 more times. Last one. And then softly sealing your lips with the inhale, draw in through the nose and back out through your nose. And just like that, start to create some length in that natural rhythm of your breath. So just allowing the inhales maybe to get a little bit longer. And the exhales. All the while just letting the weight of your body sort of drop into the ground, softening your low back, your hips, your shoulders. Maybe you create new Ujjayi breaths using that constriction in the back of the throat, almost like you're fogging up a mirror, like a gentle hum. Sort of create some sound in your breath, loud enough for you to hear. And then staying with that sound, start to press the fingertips down into the ground, engaging the elbows up off the mat. Slowly start to lift yourself all the way up in the tabletop. So sliding your wrists underneath your shoulders, walking your knees into your hips. I like to tuck my toes under here, and as you inhale, draw the heart forward and up. Take a soft tilt at the chin. And exhale, round the spine, press the ground away from you, expand up through your shoulders. And then start to find some freedom in these movements. So you can stick with these traditional cat-cows, or you can start to expand your ribs side to side. Draw circles in your hips. So let your eyes close as you move here so that you're not worried so much about what it looks like in my body or your own, or get trapped in this sort of comparison game. But so that you really get to know like how your body feels to you today, what you have to work with, where you need to work from, places that are tight, places where it kind of flows easily. Just sort of getting to know, getting curious about your space here. Give yourself just a few more deep rounds of breath. And eventually coming back towards a neutral spine. You're going to tuck your toes under if they're not already. Sit your hips back towards your heels. Walk the hands forward about a palm print. And then pressing the toes down and back, fingertips forward and down. Send the tailbone up towards the sky, towards your downward facing dog, your inverted V shape. And then start to pedal your feet. Start to wiggle the hips, maybe shake the head, and then really send the tailbone up and back towards where the ceiling and the wall meet behind you. Know that knees can stay soft here, so don't press the heels down towards the ground, only yanking at the hamstrings. Noticing gentle weight in the balls of your feet, down and back. Pressing equally through the hands and feet. Take a few more deep rounds of breath. And then take your feet as wide as the mat.
Walk your hands gently back toward your feet, and then when the heels start to meet the ground, keep your fingertips to the ground and really allow yourself to ragdoll here over your legs. Shake the head. And then slowly pendulum over to your left side. So fingertips stay where they are. It's going to lean toward that left leg, bend deep into the left knee. And then over to your right. And side to side with the breath. And then as you inhale, come back through center. Get long through your spine, reaching it forward. And then start to heel toe your feet in a little closer. So keep a soft bend in your knees. So we tend to sort of want to roll to these back edges of your heels as you work your legs straight and sort of just fold yourself over as best you can. That starts to really yank at your hamstrings. So think about soft bend in the knees, more weight forward in the toes, and then really fold your belly towards your thighs. Maybe ragdoll and grab opposite elbows, shake the head. And again, maybe pendulum side to side, front to back. Fingertips to the ground, gently, again, lengthen the spine. Plant the left hand down, bending that left knee extra deep. Start to work the right leg towards straight, and you're going to reach your right arm up towards the sky. So think about leaning back into your shoulders, really rooting through all four corners of that right foot. Take a big breath. And then exhale, right hand comes down. Again, maybe you block under the hand, or maybe you pop the fingertips. Bend that right knee extra deep, sweep that left arm up towards the sky. Keep drawing the left hip crease back, big breath. And exhale, left hand comes down, ragdoll over the legs. Press into the feet, and as you inhale, roll all the way up to stand. Sweep the arms up towards the sky, take your right hand to your left wrist, lengthen and then lean to your right, press your hips to the left. Inhale, come back up. Left hand, right wrist, lengthen and lean to your left. Inhale, reach back up through center. Exhale, fold forward over your legs. Again, soft bend the knees here. And then inhale, halfway lift. Plant your hands, keeping that half lift, long spine, navel engaged. Walk forward into high plank. So optionally here, you can lower your knees to the ground. You can be here, or you can keep the legs engaged, firming them in, say at a high plank. Good. Rock forward over the fingers, bend the elbows, squeeze them in and lower all the way to your belly. Untuck your toes. So fingertips are wide here, wider than your mat, almost like a 90-degree bend in your elbows. As you inhale, you lift up to your chest. And exhale, dip your right ear down towards the ground. Inhale again, pop back up through center, root to the tops of the feet. And exhale over to your left. Just side to side, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale again, lengthen up. Exhale, slowly come down, slide your hands under your shoulders. Tuck the toes. Lengthen the hips back towards the heels. And then work the legs towards straight and downward facing dog. Again, pedal the knees, wiggle the hips, shake it out. Good, and then as you inhale, lift up through the heels and the hips towards the sky. And then drop heels over to the right side. Sit low in your hips. Really root through those left fingertips as you find weight down into your right hip. Long to that left side. And then inhale, come back up. And over to the other side. Left heels drop. Sit low in your left hip. Drip more into your right fingers. Inhale, come back up. Look forward, bend the knees, and step your way to the top. Halfway lift, shoulder blades draw into your back. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, stand up, reach your arms towards the sky. And exhale, fold all the way back down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step your right leg back. Lower your knee. Walk your left foot forward and out towards that front left corner of your mat. Plant your right hand down, then popping left fingertips onto your left thigh. Slowly twist your chest towards that left knee. Good. Gently release your left hand back down. Pop the fingertips and walking that left foot back in between your thumbs. You're slowly going to pick up the back knee. Good. Ground that right heel. Press more into that left heel and then reach your right arm forward. So almost like you're kind of stretching towards the front of the room, and then when you're ready, pressing into your heels, windmill all the way up right into warrior two. Okay, so take a moment to settle in, to open your hips out wide, stack that left knee over the heel, again, really driving that heel into the ground for stability. Start to widen that knee over towards the pinky. Good. Maybe allow your eyes to close and just breathe here. Feel your feet into the ground so you know where you are here. Flip your left hand, inhale, reach it up towards the sky. You can always look down towards your right leg if that feels better. And then exhale, windmill your hands down. Pop the ball of the back foot, lower the knee, and then start to stretch your left leg out long. So this is where there's a couple options via flexibility. So if you have books or blocks at home, you can stay maybe hovered above this back heel. You can bring blocks under your hands here and then slowly start to fold into it. Or you can keep this knee softly bent, fingertips to the ground, maybe you start to fold into it if that feels okay. Or you can sit all the way back towards that back heel. Getting a nice little toe stretch, you can kind of widen your toes out a little bit. And maybe you stay here at straight arms, or maybe you start to fold into it. So lots of options to work around your hamstring flexibility here. So not, again, forcing anything. But finding a space that feels sustainable. So maybe that takes a little wiggling and figuring out exactly what that is today. Should have been back into your left leg. Plant the hands. Lunge the back knee off the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Big breath in. And out. Lift the heels, bend the knees, step your way forward. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold down. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, chair pose. Sink the tailbone back. So get some weight back into your heels. Sit low through the hips, firm the legs. And then interlace the hands behind you or grab opposite elbows. As you inhale, lift up through your chest. And as you exhale, start to fold your belly towards your thighs, forehead towards the fronts of your knees. Maybe your arms are the swing up and over. Let the head relax. As you inhale, sweep the arms all the way up. Straighten the legs, reach tall. And then exhale, soften the knees as you hinge through your hips, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. This time you're going to step your left leg back. Lower your knee. Walk your right foot out to the right. So again, stacking that knee over the heel. Think about that knee hugging in towards your shoulder. Plant your left hand to right knee. So twist your chest towards the knee. Okay, so try not to unload all of your weight into that left side, really dropping into it too much. You don't, again, want to yank at any of your muscle attachments. But think about drawing that right hip back actively, finding this twist more through your upper spine. Slowly release down. Start to walk that right foot in between your thumbs. Lunge the back knee off the ground. Plant the heel down. Good. Left arm reaches forward. So you can really activate through the legs here. Use those legs to windmill you up. Warrior two. So again, drive this knee right over the heel and really press down through the heel, activating your glutes and your hamstrings. So all this activation is not only happening in your quads. Good. Stack your shoulders over your hips. Reach out through your arms. Soften the shoulders. So everything is active. Everything is working as a unit here. Take a few deep breaths. Flip your right palm. Inhale. Reach it towards the sky. Maybe look gently down towards your left leg. And then exhale. Windmill your hands down. Lower the back knee again. Keep the toes tucked and then start to work that right leg towards straight. So once again, you can stay here. You can bring yourself up a little bit, maybe onto blocks or books or whatever you have available. Or come to sit all the way back onto those left toes. Spread them out. Get a little toe stretch. Again, knees stay softly bent as you flex your toes. And you want to think of this activation as sort of this right hip dropping down and pulling back. Good. So then maybe even get that sensation there, that nice lengthening. If you want more, start to lean into it. Heart towards your toes. Bending into your right leg, walk the hands forward.
Plant the hands, lunge the back knee off the mat, step back, downward facing dog.
Full breath in through your nose. Out through the mouth. Lower the knees to the ground. Come to sit back onto the heels. You're going to swing your legs forward and out long. So again, kind of working towards meeting our flexibility where it is. What I see a lot in this sort of forward fold is sort of rounding and dropping into it, just trying so hard to reach our toes, sort of forcing the length here. So what I want you to do is keep your knees bent enough to grab the outside edges of your feet, keeping this long spine, shoulder blades back. So from here, maybe you start to walk your heels forward, only as far as it feels good. So if that is here, great. You're still getting that length, so you're still getting a gentle pull in this direction and down. So again, you're not pulling at that hamstring attachment at your glutes. Again, if you want more, keep walking forward, keep that long spine. The moment you notice yourself sort of rounding, you've gone a little too far. Maybe your legs are out straight. You're lengthening out through the inner arches of your feet, your spine is long, and then from there, maybe you start to fold into it. Breathe. Look towards the toes and slowly come back up. Draw the right knee in. You can keep it here or you can cross it over your left leg. As long as your right big toe can stay nice and rooted, take the right hand behind you, left arm to the sky, and exhale, twist, left elbow, right thigh. So really squeeze in that connection there. Sit tall through the crown of the head. Look over your right shoulder. So much, or so many times we try to find a twist and we start to really pull the shoulders towards the ear just to get a little deeper into it. You start to really activate the shoulders in unhappy ways. So notice if you start to create tension just to move deeper. Think about softening your shoulders, rooting down through your tailbone. But even if that really allows you to back off from the pose, that's okay too. You're still getting the same benefits. And look forward, gently unwind. Take your hands all the way to the other side, bow the chin, take a breath in between your shoulders. And slowly come back up. Other side, right leg extends, left knee draws in. Your choice to keep it where it is there or cross it over. Left hand behind you. So hips level, keep this extended leg flexed, almost like you're sort of drawing that hip back into the socket. Reach your right arm up towards the sky, exhale, twist, hook it on, pull it in together, lengthen through the spine, and then gently look over left shoulder. Look forward, unwind, exhale to the other side, take a little bow, inhale. Exhale. Good, and slowly come back up. Uncross your left leg. If it's crossed, draw your right knee in towards your chest. Okay, so really activate through your toes. Maybe you catch behind your legs and sit up nice and tall. And if it feels okay to you, reach your arms forward and take a big breath in. And exhale, roll all the way down your spine, nice and gently keeping your low belly engaged, toes active into the mat. And then you get all the way down, reach the arms up overhead, stretch the legs out long. Exhale, draw the knees in towards your chest. Bring your nose up toward your knees, take a big breath in. And then exhale, relax back. Take your left foot to the ground, cross your right ankle over the top of your left thigh, and then gently draw it in towards your chest. Interlace hands behind your left leg. So as you find this nice active figure four, nice little opening of the outer right hip, think about pressing your thigh into your ankle and your ankle back into your thigh. Go from here, right arm opens out wide, left hand to the top of your right foot. Legs stay as they are as you slowly tip all the way to your left side. I like this kind of scooch my hips just a tad to the right. So right foot comes to stamp down. We gaze off towards my right thumb. breathe in, come back up through center. And extend your feet up towards the sky and point and flex. Roll through your ankles. And then right foot gently to the ground, left ankle over right thigh. Draw the knees in and interlace your hands behind your right thigh. So think about keeping the shoulder blades gently onto the ground. This doesn't really have to be super far, and if it feels better to maybe take like a hand towel or a strap and wrap it around your thigh to sort of hold on either side, if that feels a little bit more available, then you can always do that. This time, left arm opens out wide, right hand to the top of left foot. Maybe scoot your hips a tad to the left, and then tip your legs over to the right. Again, nothing changes here. The outside of your right thigh meets the ground, left foot. Left knee is pressing up towards the ceiling, and then maybe even a little bit forward as I lengthen my tailbone. Should really feel to start to activate in that outer hip. You're even getting a gentle twist here. Slowly tip it back up through center. Take your time getting there, and then reach the legs up towards the sky. Again, point and flex. Draw the knees in towards your chest and slowly release each foot down. Extend the legs out long. Open the arms out wide and take up as much space as you'd like here. The eyes closed, and as you press gently into the back of your head, roll each shoulder onto your back. Settle yourself back down. The toes flop away from the heels. In your last few moments here in your practice, just invite yourself to be held. To be supported by the ground beneath you, the space around you, the breath within you. Take a full breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Allow yourself to take rest. Deepen your next breath in. Start to find gentle movement in your fingers and your toes. And the circles in the wrists and ankles. Eventually reaching the arms up overhead. Take a big, long morning stretch. Draw the knees in towards your chest. And roll yourself gently over to one side. Let the eyes stay closed as you press yourself up towards a seat. Your palms can touch in front of your heart. Lift your heart towards your thumbs, bow your mind towards your heart. And give yourself gratitude for setting aside the space and the time today for you and your practice. Allowing you to move and breathe more like you. Take a full breath in through the nose. Out through the mouth. The divine in me bows, honors, and is humbled by the divine in you. Namaste. Thanks, gang. Hope you enjoyed that little beginner-friendly sequence. That's going to be a really great sequence for if you're getting off work and you don't really have a lot of time to stretch and move before you have to start making dinner or have evening plans or taking care of kids or whatever it is that you're doing.
This is perfect if you have 15-20 minutes just to move a little bit, just to connect you a little deeper to your breath and sort of show up for exactly what it is that you need in that moment. So hope you enjoy. Feel free to comment or send me a message or an email. Website is wide-awakewellness.com. You can also reach me through there for any little comments, questions, concerns, and I hope you have a blessed day.